All right, good morning. Today we're going to take a look at using Google Slides and the Snagit extension to do a screencast to help support your English learners. Now, most curriculum has a digital version, whether it's on PDF or even in a Word or Google Docs format. What I'm going to do some copying and pasting here on this Google Slides. I have here a a Google Docs version of my 8th grade U.S. history textbook. So a lot of these words, if we take a look at it here, for an English learner, is going to be very difficult for them to, first of all, pronounce. And that's usually a big hurdle. The whole decoding and pronunciation it's a big hurdle. And to help them with their listening and speaking skills, what we can do is we'll take maybe one little section at a time here. So I'm going to take this first section here. I'm going to copy it. And I have this slide here that I started about the American Revolution. And we're going to change the format of the slide real quick to just, let's see, we'll choose this one here. And we'll paste it. Make it a little bit bigger. Let's make this larger font. There we go, much easier to read. Let's make it a little bit wider here, take up most of the slide. Probably make it a little bit bigger. Perfect. Almost. There we go. So what I can do, and right now I'm making this video, I'm using the Snagit extension. I know it's working because I click there, it shows me that it's recording. So if I can take a whole section of my textbook and I can copy and paste the text onto a slide, and I can do a read aloud. What I'm going to do when I'm done with this is turn it into the video that you are that you're already viewing anyways. So what I do here, I'll read it aloud. I'll be very clear to pronounce and enunciate each word, so my English learners can not only see it, but they can also hear it being pronounced properly to help them aid with their language development. So, and what I would like to do also is use my cursor to help follow along. So, First Continental Congress. The closing port of Boston was the final insult that led all of the colonies except Georgia to send delegates to the First Continental Congress, a gathering of delegates from throughout the colonies. At Carpenter's Hall in Philadelphia, they remained locked in weeks of tense debates. Virginia delegate Patrick Henry and other radicals believed that violence was unavoidable. Delegates from Pennsylvania and New York had strict orders to seek peace. At this historic crossroads, the delegates compromised. They halted all trade with Britain and alerted the colonial militias to prepare for war. Meanwhile, they drafted a Declaration of Rights, a list of 10 resolutions that included the right to life, liberty, and property. King George refused to consider the Declaration of Rights. Instead, British colonial leaders ordered their troops to prepare to seize the colonial militia's weapons. So as you can see, I was very deliberate. I enunciated and pronounced words very deliberately that could potentially trip up an English learner. The cool thing is about this will be turned into a video that they can go back and forth, and they can they can pause, rewind, stop, and everything until they get a better understanding. In addition, you can add things where you pause, after sentences or paragraphs, and you can explain certain things. So you can add things to your video, but again, it gives them the visual. It allows them to hear it and see how the proper context and way the words are being used. So when you use the Snagit button, and I can't show this to you right now, it's very quick and easy to upload to YouTube. And once in YouTube, you can trim the beginning of end to get all the annoying little preparation movements of the screen off your video, so it's just your presentation. But again, I would encourage you to play around with this idea. And if you have one of those classrooms where you have listening stations, this is a great way to give them some headphones and a Chromebook, and they can read the text and access the content this way. If you have any questions, leave a comment in the comment section, send me an email, or hit me up on Google Hangouts.